Hey everyone, it's Lauren Dimmitt Waters, the Fountain of 30, and today we're going to discuss 10 anti-aging beauty mistakes that you are making that are making you look 10 years older than you are. Who wants that, right? So I actually did a post on this a while ago, and I think it bears repeating. I'm asked this question a lot. So what I'm going to do is at the bottom of this video, there is a link to this post. I suggest you go read it. These will all be there. There'll be pictures and explanations a little bit more thorough than what I'm going through here, but let's discuss them. I'm going to do these pretty quickly. Okay, number one mistake that's making you look 10 years older than you are is using too much foundation. As we age, foundations will settle into the fine lines and wrinkles. So you want to avoid anything that's matte, anything that is velvet, and anything long wearing. So you want to try to get maybe opt for instead a sheer liquid foundation or one with light diffusing pigments. And consider just putting the foundation where you need it. I know I have some sun damage, some spots and things like that. So I tend to put it here, a little bit up here. I avoid my nose. I don't really need it there. Okay. So also make sure that you use one with an SPF, or if you're not using one with an SPF, please make sure that you are wearing an SPF. I'm a huge proponent of SPF. I wear it 365 days a year. I don't care if it's snowing, sleeting, raining, whatever. I do not leave my house without SPF on. Wish I knew that when I was in my 20s, but I don't. Number two, this is a huge mistake, is too much concealer under your eyes. You know what I'm talking about, raccoon eyes, okay? Now, you might think that a thick concealer under your eyes is going to cover those dark circles and hide your bags, but actually what it's doing is drawing attention to them. And the crepiness and the fine lines that you have under your eyes, it settles into that. That skin is much thinner under your eyes, so you want to try like brushing on a highlighter or something like with illuminating particles again. You don't want to go opaque. It's not going to work, okay? And if you do, you want to make sure that it is the right color, it matches your foundation. Don't just try to overcorrect by lightening under the eyes. It actually draws attention. Those raccoon eyes, people can see them from a mile away and it screams 80s. Not that you're 80 years old, but like from the 1980s. Okay, mistake number three is foregoing blush or wearing too much. You got to find that happy medium. Now, I think that because we lose that dewiness and that glow, that rosy glow that we had when we were younger, I hate to say this, I know this sounds like your mom, but think about wearing a cream blush. And what you want to do is you want to smile, you want to apply it, you're going to want to like do it in circles just right here and work it out. Okay? You don't want straight lines and you want to work it out to your temples and you don't want that stripe. Okay? But do make sure that you wear some blush. Okay? Last but not another one, number four, is to forego that finishing powder. I know, God, I used to like after I put on my face, I finished with powder. I stopped doing that years ago, mostly because I want some dewiness left in my face. And I do carry a compact mirror around with some powder. And you know, if the day goes on and my nose gets a little shiny or whatever, I dab that on. But don't cover your whole face with powder. You don't need to set your makeup with powder. Those days are gone. Again, that all settles into the fine lines and wrinkles. It's very aging. Next, and I know some of you are going to disagree with me on this one, but I really think that you need to just ditch the black eyeliner. Okay, leave that for the younger set. Black eyeliner is very aging when you're older because, again, as our eyes, it's getting crepier. It just draws a lot of attention. There are other colors you can find that are going to be a lot more friendly. Like I use plum, or I use, there's a really pretty brown green that I love that Cargo makes. Browns are good, even a dark brown. And you also want to make sure that you blend your eyeliner. Don't just do a line anymore. Use your fingertip or a Q-tip and smudge it. Okay, but try to let go of the black eyeliner. I know you might fight me on this one, but just give it a shot. Okay, number six is that goth lipstick look. Okay, it doesn't work for you. And let me tell you why. Those dark red, berry, brown colors, that plums, I love them too, but as we get older, our lips tend to thin out and all that does is make them look thinner. So you want to find a brighter lipstick, some that's got a little bit of gloss to it, and you're going to want a brighter color. So like a pink, you can still wear a red, just make sure it's more of a vibrant red rather than that deep, dark red. And, you know, for the love of God, please don't wear frosted lipstick. Please, I beg you. That is just not good. You're not your grandmother. Okay, next is, now we're still on the lips, is going overboard with that lip liner. If you're still doing the lip liner that's a different color than your lipstick, I don't know what to tell you, but lipstick liner, as we get older, it bleeds. So if you're going to wear one, first of all, make sure it's creamy, like a crayon, and make sure it matches your lipstick perfectly. Now, what I do is when I wear a lip liner is I line my lips and then I actually color in my lips with the liner and then I put a little bit of lipstick over it. So that way, if the lipstick comes off, you don't see lip liner. It just, you also color in your lips pretty much all day. So you want to make sure it blends perfectly. And you want a creamy formula, as I said before, and you want to fill the lip. I fill my lips in entirely, and then uh, I don't know what to tell you if you're still wearing the dark eyeliner. It's just a dark lip liner, excuse me. Okay, number 8, I'm guilty of doing this myself, okay, but is applying lipstick straight from the tube. Okay, I know we're in a hurry, we do it, we apply it straight from the tube, but the problem is that any extra lipstick as we get older is going to travel to the edges and those lines and it's going to bleed. So what you want to do is if you are going to apply it from the tube, take your finger, either put it on and then smudge it out with your finger or take it from the tube, put it on with your finger. If you have a brush, great, use a brush and then add a little bit of a moisturizing balm or a lip gloss. So, and oh, another warning is those matte lipsticks that everybody and their mother is selling. I love some of them too. I actually do wear them at times, but I always make sure I put a gloss on, a little bit of gloss over it. They're too drying for anybody over 40. Okay, number 9 is using liner and mascara on your lower lashes. Again, remember we talked about the raccoon eyes and we don't want to draw attention under here? That's exactly what that does. So you don't want to draw attention to your under eyes, circles, bags, lines, whatever. So just focus on your upper lashes. Curl your lashes, and then I don't know if you know how to apply mascara correctly, especially as we get older, but for it to volumize, you want to get that mascara wand as close to the base as you can. You're going to wiggle it back and forth and then out. So you want to deposit most of the mascara to the base of your lash. If you want that doughy eye look, I kind of like that, or the baby doll look, then at the very end, I just put a little bit extra right there on the ends, and it kind of gives you that look. And people are always like commenting on my eyelashes, so I must be doing something right. So that's a tip. Number 10, last but not least, okay, guys, is using too dark of a brow pencil. Okay. Now, did you know that as you age, your color of your eyebrows, it fades. So they're not as dark as they were in your 20s. So if you're still using the same eyebrow pencil you did when you're in your 20s, it's too dark. That dark brow look is great for 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, but when you're in your 40s and 50s, you don't want to do that. So what I do is I use a blonde, well, I'm going blonde anyway, so I want to kind of light up my brows as it is, but I use a blonde, and most women actually can use that. Use a blonde pencil, and I use that, or there are some that are like a universal shade and you just have to like press harder if you want it darker or not as dark if you don't. Those tend to work really well too. I kind of like those. And also, if you find that your brows are getting a little bit more wiry as you get older, that can happen. Use one of those clear brow gels and just you want to brush up and like just smooth it out. Okay, so those are my 10 tips. And again, the link is below. Read about it. You may please follow us on at Fountain of 30. Right now we have this great giveaway going on Instagram. You may email me any questions or comments, lauren@fountainof30.com. Please subscribe to this channel and give us any feedback. Okay, have a great day, and we'll talk about some other anti-aging thing soon. Bye.